Apex Legends Mobile came out about a month ago, and it's been great. Having the ability to play something that's pretty much just fully featured Apex Legends but on your phone, it's almost unbelievable, and it's pretty much exactly the same as base Apex Legends. Well, except for in one place, and that one place is content. And this mere fact, although positive, brings a lot of negative connotations. And that's what I want to explore today in deeper context, as it definitely makes Apex Legends Mobile a ticking time bomb. But what's the issue, you might ask? Apex Legends Mobile has released with so many game modes, new content, a new legend. Well, what could be so bad about that? Well, the thing is that the issues of Apex Legends Mobile doesn't have to do anything with the game itself. Instead, it has to do with everything revolving it. It all has to do with the pretext. But first we have to figure out the conflict, and for that we have to look at base Apex Legends. And it's not just the things that it does, it's the things that it doesn't do, and the thing that fans are really pissed off about, and that is the extreme lack of content. If we compare Apex Legends to its competitors rather than Apex Legends Mobile, especially when compared to Fortnite, Apex Legends has an extreme lack of content. And a lot of the content that Apex Legends does provide is extremely lackluster with its battle pass, or it is overpriced with the in-game store. What Apex Legends used to deliver a lot more often of that was highly praised was the limited time modes, but nowadays these are very lacking as well. So what gives? You would think that a highly successful game would provide more content for its player base. I mean, just look at Fortnite. Every season brings new modes, a plethora of high quality skins, and many other content that players really like, especially when it comes to game-changing content. Well, for that we have to look at the developers themselves, Respawn Entertainment. And there's one prominent thing about Respawn that prevents Apex Legends from churning out content, and that's the fact that Respawn Entertainment does not believe in crunch. So what is crunch exactly? Crunch is corporate slang for the time before a product is shipped, where a lot of the developers put in an overwhelming amount of time and effort into the project to finish it well, usually putting unpaid overtime hours making sure that the product ships. And for the game development industry, this has been heavily criticized, as it puts heavy stress on someone's health, especially since crunch is not dictated by the workers themselves. It is usually management who orders a crunch schedule to make sure that a product ships in time, many times threatening to withhold payment if the deadline isn't met. You have to remember that developers are humans and, well, they all have their own limits, and crunch itself is just unnecessarily cruel. So of course, Respawn's policy on crunch is very well received and a positive win for the game developers at Respawn Entertainment. However, ironically, the end result is not well received by the player base, who complain immensely about the lack of content being pushed out every single season. Now, a very important disclaimer: I am not completely defending Respawn or EA for any anti-consumer practices that they have done or will do in the future. Just because Respawn Entertainment has a very good crunch policy and good work ethic doesn't make it okay for some of the other things that they have done. That is not the point of this section. The point is to explain why content isn't churned out as much as compared to other companies. And now we're gonna have to take a look at Apex Legends Mobile, which in contrast seems to be churning out content pretty regularly. And I have reason to suspect that EA is a little misleading when it comes to the developers of Apex Legends Mobile. From the design of the interface to how much content it's receiving, it makes me believe that this isn't the same Respawn that we're all familiar with. Rather, it's just Respawn in name only. And for that, I don't think that the mobile's team receives the same treatment as Respawn's A-team, which allows them to release a lot more content for Apex Legends Mobile, especially when compared to the original Apex Legends. So why do I consider Apex Legends Mobile a ticking time bomb? If the mobile version of Apex Legends churns out a huge player count, which I think it already does, people are going to notice the huge contrast in content between the two games. And as time goes on, people are going to get more and more pissed at Respawn for not providing the content that they want. And let me tell you, these fans are going to get loud, especially if the base Apex Legends doesn't catch up. And if people get loud enough, demanding that they want more content, especially the paid kind, someone will eventually listen, and maybe Respawn won't have the opportunity to be as virtuous as before. And only time will tell.